Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody Brockway back with another episode of Brockway's Vinyl Bites. Yeah! But we don't have any vinyl. I mean, of course, I have tons of vinyl, but we're just not talking about any vinyl today. Today, we're actually going to talk about a concert I recently saw. And if you looked at the name of the video and, well, what's on my shirt, you probably know that we're going to be talking about Peter Gabriel on the I.O. tour, which I just recently saw in Toronto, Ontario at Scotiabank Arena. It was excellent. It was better than anything you could have ever asked for. I mean, the guy is 73 years old, and he still sings Red Rain in the same key, hits the same notes. He is just excellent. I mean, he's just flawless. And this is the second time I've seen him. The first time was when he shared the stage with Sting about 7 years ago. Saw him at the same venue. And that was excellent, too. I really loved both of them, seeing both of them play, and they were trading off each other's songs and stuff. But I was really excited to get to see Peter play on his own. Just have the whole stage to himself, because I've seen all the concert videos and all the crazy theatrics and things that he does, and he did not disappoint. He came out on stage and he was talking to the audience, and he was sort of setting up what we were going to see, and he was only using about half the stage at this point. There was a screen that sort of came. It looked kind of like, if you recognize Pink Floyd's stage from the Pulse era, and they had like the big eye in the back of the stage, the big circle, this big projector or whatever. That's kind of what it looked like, but it was 3D, and it would move. It would tilt up and down like this. And I'll put some pictures and stuff at the end of the video here. But so he had it tilted pretty much all the way down, maybe about halfway like this. And underneath it, there was like this little half circle part of the stage where him and about four or five other members of the band were sitting. And they opened up with a couple of songs, and he was like, let's have a little bonfire. And they had like a little bonfire looking type thing sitting in front of them on the stage. And they performed two songs like this, like sort of like a campfire, sort of dark, moody sort of theater piece. It was really cool. So I'll read you the set list here. So he opened up with Washing of the Water and Growing Up. That's what he performed in that setting that I just told you about. And then the screen lifted up, and the other remaining members, like Manu Katché and like the drummer and other various members of the band, came out and started playing with them. And they did a whole bunch of new stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but they did the entire new I.O. album. Anyway, they played Panopticon, which is one of the singles that came out, Four Kinds of Horses, I.O., Digging in the Dirt, of course, that's classic Gabriel, right? Playing for Time, Olive Tree, This Is Home. And they ended the first set with Sledgehammer, which was really cool. Typically, an artist might play a song that big at the end of the show, like at an encore or something like that. But not Gabriel. He plays to his own rules, as, we as his fans already know that. So anyway, that's what he ended set one with. And then he took a little break. And then he came back with set two, and he did Darkness from the Up album from 2002. And then he did a song called Love Can Heal, which was actually recorded many years ago. Not recorded. It was written many years ago, and he had actually performed it at the show that I had previously seen when he played with Sting. But it was never released, and then he put it out as a single just recently for the I.O. album. And then he did Road to Joy, which is another one of my favorite songs that he's put out for the new record so far. And he did Don't Give Up, which was absolutely excellent. He did that with the girl that was actually playing cello. He had a cellist on stage, and she could also sing amazingly. And she did the Kate Bush parts. Her name is Ayanna Witter-Johnson. And yeah, she was totally excellent. She nailed the Kate Bush parts, and he nailed his parts too. That's not an easy song to sing, and he just did it excellent. And then they did The Court, which is another new song. Red Rain, which is it's very welcome. It's all these songs are, but they're all fantastic. But Red Rain it is so good. Anyway, and Still is one of the songs that he did. He did Big Time, Live and Let Live, and he closed out set 2 with Salisbury Hill, and he told everyone in the crowd that song was originally recorded in Toronto, which for some reason I did not know, but now I do. I just And then the first encore, he did In Your Eyes, and then he did another encore, and he did Biko, which was excellent. The whole show was just totally awesome, and I'm so glad I got to go. I also got this T-shirt at the show, and I got this tour book. Let's look at some of the pictures and stuff in here. Look at this. Photos from the tour and whatnot. I think there's also like artist introductions and stuff in here too. Like, oh yeah, Marina Moore, who was one of his violinists on stage. There's a write-up about her. David Rhodes, who's played guitar with him for God knows how long, 43 years or something like that, he said. Ayanna Witter-Johnson, who was absolutely impressed me very much with her performance, especially of the Kate Bush featured track. I mean, look at... Also, from Panopticon... Did I say that right? Panopticon, sorry. From that song onwards, he had like these little panel lights that dropped down during the verses, and they projected light onto the stage, onto him and all that. And then when the choruses would come, they would lift them up so everyone could see the stage, and then they'd have them coming up and down all night. It was really cool. I can't wait for this I.O. album to be released. I want to have it on vinyl and CD. I mean, I'm enjoying the songs on Apple Music, but it's not the same as having the physical copy. But who knows when he's going to release it, even though I've now heard it all. And I know a lot of people that went to the Toronto show and are going to more shows too. So it's going to be absolutely excellent, and they're going to hear the whole album too. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Like, it was just, by the pictures that I've shown you here, you know that it's excellent. My dad and I went together, and we had an excellent time. He had seen Peter a bunch of times with Genesis back in the early 70s, but he had never seen him solo until we went together to see him with Sting a couple years ago. Yeah, so anyway, I'm super glad I got to go, and if you guys got to go and, go see Peter Gabriel, or are going to see Peter Gabriel, let me know in the comments, and let me know your excitement for the show, or if you've already seen it, tell me what your favorite parts were. I loved the whole damn thing, and, you guys will too if you have gone or do get to go see him. So let's have a conversation. Leave some comments, and I'll get back to all of you. All right. Well, input, output. You know, his commentary between each song, too, was just excellent. He is such a spiritually deep person. Like, I'm a spiritual guy myself, and he just seems to have the answer to life. You know, if you go see the show, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Input, output. Peter Gabriel is the man. I hope to hear from y'all in the comments. Thank you so much. And thank you, Peter, for an excellent tour and more excellent music. If you are watching this, your band is so amazing. I almost forgot to do the band members that he played with. He came with Tony Levin, who has been with him for a million years. Richard Evans, who played some guitar and flute. Manu Katché, who's also been with him for a million years, drummer. David Rhodes, we already mentioned before. And, of course, Ayanna Witter-Johnson, who was the cellist, pianist, and vocalist, as I told you. Marina Moore. Don McLean, not American Pie. He was the keyboardist. And Josh Spack, who played trumpet, French horn, keys, and vocals. He had like a mini orchestra on stage with him. It was excellent. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace in.